In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. I welcome you back for our final session tonight, this day of the Parish Mission. Again, I welcome Father Justin Jennings, Father Dominic Del Corte, who will lead the reflections this evening. We'll end our evening today and our time together, as well as our mission, with the crown of the Blessed Virgin Mary as we celebrate today the feast of Our Lady of Fatima. So let us pray. Blessed Virgin Mary, who can worthily repay you with praise and thanks for having rescued a fallen world by your generous consent, receive our gratitude, and by your prayers obtain the pardon of our sins. Take our prayers into the sanctuary of heaven, and enable them to make our peace with God. Holy Mary, help the miserable, strengthen the discouraged, comfort the sorrowful, pray for your people, plead for the clergy, intercede for all women consecrated to God. May all who venerate you feel now your help and protection. Be ready to help us when we pray. Bring back to us the answers to our prayers. Make it your continual concern to pray for the people of God. For you were blessed by God and were made worthy to bear the Redeemer of the world, who lives and reigns forever and ever. O Blessed Virgin Mary, who can worthily repay you your just dues of praise and thanksgiving, you who by the wondrous ascent of your will did rescue a fallen world, what songs of praise can now weep human nature, reciting your honor, since it is by your intercession above all that is found a way to restoration. Accept then such poor thanks as we have here to offer, though they may be unequal to your merits, and receiving our vows obtained by your prayers the remission of our sins. Carry you our prayers within the sanctuary of the heavenly audience, and bring forth from it to the antidote of our reconciliation. May the sins we bring before Almighty God through you become pardonable through you. May what we ask for with sure confidence through you be granted. Take our offering, grant us our request. Obtain pardon for what we fear. For you are the sole hope of sinners. Through you we hope for the remission of our sins, and in you, O Blessed Lady, is our hope of reward. Holy Mary, succor the miserable, help the faint-hearted. Comfort the sorrowful, pray for your people, plead for the clergy, intercede for all those consecrated to God. May all who keep your holy commemoration feel now your help and protection. Be you ever ready to assist us when we pray, and bring us back the answers to our prayers. Make it continual care to pray for the people of God, you who, blessed by God, did merit to bear the Redeemer of the world, who lives and reigns world without end. Amen.
Queridos hermanos, una vez más estamos reunidos todos en el tercer día, preparándonos para celebrar la fiesta de nuestra Madre, Fátima, que necesitamos ahora su ayuda y ella está siempre dispuesta para poder ayudarnos más que nunca en este tiempo tan difícil con este virus que está molestándonos, matando a nuestros hermanos. Necesitamos la intervención, la ayuda de ella para poder ayudarnos en este momento tan difícil, y ella nos puede ayudar a aumentar nuestra fe y esperanza en Dios Trinitario. Y hoy vamos a seguir meditando sobre la fe de María, una inspiración para todos nosotros. Bienaventurada la que creyó que se cumpliría lo que le fue dicho del Señor. Lucas capítulo 1, versículo 45. Grande fue la fe de la Virgen, que creyó sin dudar en el mensaje del ángel, que le anunció cosas maravillosas e inauditas. Ella creyó, obedeció, y como el concilio confirma en las palabras de los antiguos padres, a través de su fe y obediencia, se convirtió en la causa de la salvación para ella y para toda la raza humana. Lo que la Virgen Eva ataba a través de su incredulidad, María aflojado por su fe. Lumen Gentium, número 46. Según la palabra de Dios que le anunció el ángel, ella creía que se convertiría en madre sin perder su virginidad. Ella, que era tan humilde, creía que sería verdaderamente la madre de Dios y que el fruto de su vientre sería realmente el Hijo del Altísimo. Se adhirió con toda fe a todo lo que le había sido revelado, aceptando sin la menor vacilación un plan que alteraría todo el orden natural de las cosas. Una madre virgen, una criatura, la madre del Creador. Una criatura volvió a ser la madre del Creador. Ella creó cuando el ángel le habló. Ella continuó creyendo incluso cuando el ángel la dejó sola y se encontró en la condición de una mujer común y corriente que sabe que se trata de convertirse en madre, no cualquiera madre, pero madre de Dios. La Virgen, dice San Bernardo, tampoco en sus propios ojos fue magnánima en su fe en la promesa de Dios. Ella, que se consideraba nada más que una pobre sirvienta, nunca tuvo la menor duda sobre su vocación a este misterio incomprensible, a este maravilloso intercambio, a este sacramento inescrutable. Ella creía firmemente que se convertiría en la verdadera madre del Dios hombre. La Santísima Virgen nos enseña a creer en nuestra vocación a la santidad, en nuestra vocación a la intimidad divina. Creer no solo cuando Dios lo reveló en brillo de la luz interior, sino también cuando la luz se oscurece y permanecemos en la oscuridad en medio de dificultades que intentamos perturbarnos y desanimarnos, donde intentamos de salir. En este momento, por ejemplo, tan difícil, donde todos nosotros tratamos de salir de esta situación, pero necesitamos la ayuda de nuestra Madre. Aumenta nuestra fe para poder tomar nuestra mano y guiarnos en el camino de la vida. Dios nunca nos falla. Cuando Él da una vocación, es porque quiere terminar su trabajo en nosotros, siempre que le confiemos a Él con ceguera. María vivió por pura fe, confiar en la palabra de Dios, como debemos hacerlo nosotros también. Los misterios divinos que tuvieron lugar en ella y alrededor de ella permanecieron habitualmente ocultos bajo el velo de la fe, asumiendo una apariencia externa común a las diversas circunstancias de la vida cotidiana y ordinaria. María nos enseña que un alma fiel no se demora para preguntar sobre las acciones de Dios, las acciones divinas, aunque no las entiende completamente, cree y si es necesario, sigue ciegamente las manifestaciones de la voluntad de Dios, de la voluntad divina. Dios no nos pide que comprendamos, sino que solo creamos con todas nuestras fuerzas y María nos va a guiar a seguir en este camino de nuestra salvación, en este camino de la fe. María, nuestra Madre, ruega por nosotros. Amén.
Mientras recorres la vida, tú nunca solo estás. Contigo por el camino, Santa María va. Ven con nosotros a caminar, Santa María, ven. Ven con nosotros a caminar, Santa María, ven. Aunque te digan algunos que nada puedes cambiar, lucha por un mundo nuevo, lucha por la verdad. Ven con nosotros a caminar, Santa María, ven. Ven con nosotros a caminar, Santa María, ven. Santa María, ven.
Good day to everyone. Today is the last day of the 3-day reflection and the crowning of Our Blessed Lady. Once again, I'd like to take this time to thank Father Medora for inviting me to celebrate these 3 days and for the crowning. And also, once again, for all the parishioners of Precious Blood and St. Simon and Jude. We miss you all, we love you, and look forward to the day when we will be seeing each other once again. Today, I would like to talk to you about consecration. My dear friends, what is a consecration? What is one? Consecration and surrender. Well, we know that our Blessed Lady showed us the perfect consecration. When she was approached by the angel and was given the message by God, at the end of the message she said, "Let thy will be done in me." She surrendered not only her body, her mind, her heart, her very self, every faculty of herself. She surrendered to the will of God, meaning that she would not do anything unless it was ordained by God. That is very difficult because we're human, and being human, sometimes we think we know best. Being human, sometimes we think we know better than God. It's hard for us to surrender our will, to surrender our life, to consecrate ourselves every day, throughout the day, to Mary, to give ourselves to her, to place ourselves in her hands, so that we become the instrument of Jesus and Mary, that every person that comes in and out of our life, we're able to bring closer to Jesus. To be that instrument, as Mary was the instrument to bring Jesus to the world, you and I are the same. We bring Jesus to this world in our words, in our action, in our very life. How can we do this if we do not surrender? If we do not consecrate ourselves to the work of the discipleship? Because when we do not surrender and consecrate ourselves to Our Lady, then over and over again, what creeps into our life is our own will. Is our will, what's good for me, what I want to do. Not what God wants, not what is good for the other, but what's important to me, what's good for me. There were moments in our Blessed Lady's life, as she consecrated herself from the very beginning and every day. There were moments in her life, I'm sure she could have told God, I didn't think that this would be so difficult. Maybe at times she saw difficult things on the horizon. But yet, because of our consecration, because of her surrender, because of her faith, she believed that he was in control. My dear friends, that's the problem. We want to be in control of the past, the present, the future. It's virtually impossible. Only one could be the boss. And that boss has to be Jesus. Everybody can be a boss. Someone has to be a servant. And our Lord has been the servant of the servants. He comes to serve. He calls us to serve Him and one another. He shows us the example of consecration and surrender. He did, and as well as his dear mother. And so, my dear friends, every day in the morning we should consecrate and surrender our life. Everything in the day, whatever comes our way. When we believe, when we consecrate and surrender it all to Him and to Our Lady, we know that whatever comes our way is ordained by God. There's a reason for everything. Nothing is by chance. God has a plan, and we want to work with His plan. We want to cooperate. But we only can cooperate if we surrender, if we consecrate. My dear friends, it is very difficult. It's easy to say, I love you. I give myself to you. It's easy to say that. But you know how difficult it is. We see with the children and husbands and wives. You make promises to surrender to one another. You consecrate your lives to each other. Your children are supposed to surrender to their parents in obedience. And yet, what happens? We become selfish, self-centered. We don't worry about the next person. Everybody for themselves. God cannot live in that atmosphere. With that attitude, Jesus cannot exist. Neither can His mother. So, my dear friends, I say to you, as you pray the rosary, whether it be the full rosary or a decade, every day, when you hit your feet hit the floor, consecrate the day. Surrender the day to Mary and Jesus. And say, I place myself in your hands, Mary. Whatever it may be, lead me, guide me, direct me, make me your instrument, so that I may lead others to Jesus through you. My dear friends, the greatest thing we can give to Mary and Jesus is ourselves. What was the greatest thing they gave us? Was themselves. Mary gave herself and her heart to us. Jesus gave His life for us. In turn, the only gift we can give is ourselves. So when we surrender ourselves, when we consecrate ourselves to them, it is a gift that we give them to be used as they see fit. It's like someone saying to you, here's $100, do as you wish with it. There are no strings attached. Same thing we tell Jesus and Mary in consecration and surrender. Here's my life. Do as you wish. Whatever it is, I am yours. And yours I want to be throughout life and into eternity. So, my dear friends, let us remember to consecrate ourselves each day. Teach your children to consecrate and surrender. If you want a formal consecration, you can go to your phones and your computers and look up the word consecration to the Blessed Virgin. You will come to a consecration by St. Manfred, or also that of the Mission of Our Lady, which you can find very easily in your computers or your phones. My dear friends, once again, thank you for the opportunity to be with you through this system we have of cameras. I hope the day when we can embrace each other Please pray for me and the priests and the parishes as we are praying for you each and every day. God bless you and may God love you.
Y ahora, queridos hermanos, vamos a seguir orando juntos con la litanía de la Santísima Virgen María. Señor, ten piedad. Señor, ten piedad. Cristo, ten piedad.
Cristo, ten piedad.
Señor, ten piedad.
Señor, ten piedad.
Cristo, óyenos.
Cristo, óyenos.
Cristo, escúchanos.
Cristo, escúchanos.
Dios Padre Celestial, ten piedad de nosotros. Dios Hijo, Redentor del mundo, ten piedad de nosotros. Dios Espíritu Santo, ten piedad de nosotros. Santísima Trinidad, un solo Dios, ten piedad de nosotros. Santa María, ruega por nosotros. Santa Madre de Dios, ruega por nosotros. Santa Virgen de las Vírgenes, ruega por nosotros. Madre de Cristo, ruega por nosotros. Madre de la Iglesia, ruega por nosotros. Madre de la Divina Gracia, ruega por nosotros. Madre Purísima, ruega por nosotros. Madre Castísima, ruega por nosotros. Madre Siempre Virgen, ruega por nosotros. Madre Inmaculada, ruega por nosotros. Madre amable, ruega por nosotros. Madre admirable, ruega por nosotros. Madre del buen consejo, ruega por nosotros. Madre del Creador, ruega por nosotros. Madre del Salvador, ruega por nosotros. Madre de misericordia, ruega por nosotros. Virgen prudentísima, ruega por nosotros. Virgen digna de veneración, ruega por nosotros. Virgen digna de alabanza, ruega por nosotros. Virgen poderosa, ruega por nosotros. Virgen clemente, ruega por nosotros. Virgen fiel, ruega por nosotros. Espejo de justicia, ruega por nosotros. Trono de la sabiduría, ruega por nosotros. Causa de nuestra alegría, ruega por nosotros. Vaso espiritual, ruega por nosotros. Vaso digno de honor, ruega por nosotros. Vaso de insigne devoción, ruega por nosotros. Rosa mística, ruega por nosotros. Torre de David, ruega por nosotros. Torre de marfil, ruega por nosotros. Casa de oro, ruega por nosotros. Arca de la alianza, ruega por nosotros. Puerta del cielo, ruega por nosotros. Estrella de la mañana, ruega por nosotros. Saludo de los enfermos, ruega por nosotros. Refugio de los pecadores, ruega por nosotros. Consoladora de los afligidos, ruega por nosotros. Auxilio de los cristianos, ruega por nosotros. Reina de los ángeles, ruega por nosotros. Reina de los patriarcas,
ruega por nosotros.
Reina de los profetas,
Ruega por nosotros.
Reina de los apóstoles,
Ruega por nosotros.
Reina de los mártires,
Ruega por nosotros.
Reina de los confesores,
Ruega por nosotros.
Reina de las vírgenes,
Ruega por nosotros.
Reina de todos los santos,
Ruega por nosotros.
Reina concebida sin pecado original,
Ruega por nosotros.
Reina asunta a los cielos,
Ruega por
nosotros. Reina del Santísimo Rosario,
Ruega por nosotros.
Reina de la familia,
Ruega por nosotros.
Reina de la paz,
Ruega por nosotros.
Cordero de Dios, que quitas el pecado del mundo, perdónanos,
Perdónanos,
Señor.
Señor.
Cordero de Dios, que quitas el pecado del mundo, Escúchanos, Señor. Cordero de Dios, que quitas el pecado del mundo, ten misericordia de nosotros. Ruega por nosotros, Santa Madre de Dios, para que seamos dignos de alcanzar las promesas de nuestro Señor Jesucristo. Oremos. Te rogamos, nos concedas, Señor Dios nuestro, gozar de continua salud de alma y cuerpo, y por la gloriosa intercesión de la bienaventurada siempre Virgen María, vernos libres de las tristezas de la vida presente y disfrutar de las alegrías eternas. Por Cristo nuestro Señor. Amén.
I invite you once again to join me as we pray together the litany of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Lord, have mercy on us. Christ, have mercy on us. Lord, have mercy on us. Christ, hear us. Christ, graciously hear us. God, the Father of heaven, have mercy on us. God, the Son, Redeemer of the world,
Have mercy on us.
God, the Holy Spirit,
Have mercy on us.
Holy Trinity, one God,
Have mercy on us.
Holy Mary,
Pray for us.
Holy Mother of God,
Pray for us.
Holy Virgin of Virgins,
Pray for us.
Mother of Christ,
Pray for us.
Mother of divine grace,
Pray for us.
Virgin most pure,
Pray for us.
Mother most chaste,
Pray for us.
Mother inviolate,
Pray for us.
Mother undefiled,
Pray for us.
Mother most amiable,
Pray for us.
Mother most admirable,
Pray for us.
Mother of good counsel,
Pray for us.
Mother of our Creator,
Pray for us.
Mother of our Savior,
Pray for us.
Virgin most prudent,
Pray for us.
Virgin most venerable,
Pray for us.
Virgin most powerful,
Pray for us.
Virgin most merciful,
Pray for us.
Virgin most faithful,
Pray for us.
Mirror of justice,
Pray for us.
Seat of wisdom,
Pray for
Cause
us.
of our joy,
Pray for us.
Spiritual vessel,
Pray for us.
Vessel of honor,
Pray for us.
Singular vessel of devotion,
Pray for us.
Mystical rose,
Pray for us.
Tower of ivory,
Pray for us.
Tower of David,
Pray for us.
House of gold,
Pray for us.
Ark of the covenant,
Pray for us.
Gate of heaven,
Pray for us.
Morning star,
Pray for us.
Health of the sick,
Pray for us.
Refuge of sinners,
Pray for us.
Comforter of the afflicted,
Pray for us.
Help of Christians,
Pray for us.
Queen of angels,
Pray for
Queen
us.
of patriarchs,
Pray for us.
Queen of prophets,
Pray for us.
Queen of apostles,
Pray for us.
Queen of martyrs,
Pray for us.
Queen of confessors,
Pray for us.
Queen of virgins,
Pray for us.
Queen of all saints,
Pray for us.
Queen conceived without original sin,
Pray for us.
Queen assumed into heaven,
Pray for
Queen
us.
of the most holy rosary,
Pray for us.
Queen of peace,
Pray for us.
Lamb of God who take away the sins of the world, spare us, O Lord. Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world, graciously hear us, O Lord. Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world, have mercy on us. Pray for us, O Holy Mother of God, that we may be made worthy of the promises of Christ. Let us pray. Grant, O Lord, we beseech you, that we, your servants, may rejoice in continual health of mind and body. Through the glorious intercession of Blessed Mary, ever Virgin, may be free from present sorrow and enjoy eternal gladness. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. We conclude our mission this evening offering the litany of Our Lady of Fatima as we celebrate her feast day under that title, the Great Apparition in Fatima, Portugal, back in 1917. Our Lady of Fatima, pray for our dear country. Our Lady of Fatima, sanctify our clergy. Our Lady of Fatima, make our Catholics more fervent. Our Lady of Fatima, guide and inspire those who govern us. Our Lady of Fatima, cure the sick who confide in you. Our Lady of Fatima, console the sorrowful who trust in you. Our Lady of Fatima, help those who invoke your aid. Our Lady of Fatima, deliver us from all dangers. Our Lady of Fatima, help us to resist temptation. Our Lady of Fatima, obtain for us all that we lovingly ask of you. Our Lady of Fatima, help those who are dear to us. Our Lady of Fatima, bring us to the right road, our erring brothers. Our Lady of Fatima, give us back our ancient fervor. Our Lady of Fatima, obtain for us pardon for our manifold sins and offenses. Our Lady of Fatima, bring all people to the feet of your divine child. Our Lady of Fatima, obtain peace for the world. O Mary, conceived without sin, pray for us who have recourse to you. Immaculate Heart of Mary, pray for us now and at the hour of our death. Amen. O God of infinite goodness and mercy, fill our hearts with a great confidence in your Mother, whom we venerate today with the title of Our Lady of Fatima, and grant us by her powerful intercession all the grace of spiritual and temporal which we need, through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. I thank you for joining us here at Most Precious Blood St. Simon and Jude Parish as we celebrated together these 3 days honoring our Blessed Mother, honoring Our Lady of Fatima. We wish to extend to you, the priest of the parish, and all the staff, our best wishes that the days ahead will keep you healthy, growing in faith, hope, and charity. As Father Dominic said during our first session, all of us here look forward to the day we can welcome you back here at the Most Precious Blood Church and at St. Simon and Jude Church. I want to finally once again thank Father Dominic Del Porte for coming in to lead us in the English reflections, and Father Justin DeGenis, our parochial vicar, for leading us in the Spanish language reflections, and of course to Patricia and Victoria for leading us in music these last 3 days, and to Father C.J. George, who's been our cameraman not only for these 3 days, but all the Mass we celebrate here and posted on the parish YouTube channel. So again, be assured of our prayers for you. Please pray for us, pray for our parish, and pray for the end of this COVID-19 pandemic through Our Lady's great and powerful intercession. Have a good rest of the week.